Today we're paying homage to our suburb heroes. We're going to talk about one in particular in DY, what they mean to the community, the pillars that they are, and it's a really exciting chat I'm looking forward to having with you today, Nate, so stay tuned.
Hey, Sensei.
Hey.
Morning.
The unsung heroes, or the sung heroes, whatever they may be, they are heroes. How are you this morning?
Mate, I got to say, can I start with something I missed you? We haven't, I feel like it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit since we had a chat. And I've been crook.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Goodness me.
Wow. And you've just created this gangster trucker huge thing on your face.
It's keeping me warm. I got to say, it's keeping me warm. It's probably as good as it's going to get, but then got to keep it tidy.
Mate, it's a good performer.
Thank you.
The ladies must love it, Nate.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
You got to keep up with the times. You got to look sharp, look the part.
Yeah. Bit Antonio Banderas. What are we talking about today?
We are talking about, your suburb heroes. I think, you've got to really look and pay homage to the people in your community, the ones that have been around for many, many years, giving back to the community. And one in particular we're going to talk about this morning here in DY, here in our local community, off Pittwater Road, off the main drag. I think everyone you ask in DY knows exactly where this place is. Titled officially, unofficially, the Flag Shop.
I think it could be the longest standing businessman in the Northern Beaches, and definitely DY.
Has to be. I mean, I can say I've proudly been a DY resident for almost 2 years, and in that time, walking up and down Pittwater Road and seeing this place, and speaking to your local community and what they've had to say, it's been a pretty impressive, long-standing business, and the businessman behind it. That's what's so special about it, because I mean, a building could be there for 20 years, could be there for 30 years, but when you've got the gentleman behind the magic, doing what he does, you've got a lot to tell about the gentleman that I'm babbling on about.
Yep.
Do you reckon you can spill a little bit of beans on that this morning for our viewers?
Yeah, look, I think these guys don't like to be spoken about, these local business people, and I'd love to know people that are watching today who are the heroes in their community that they want to give a shout out to. Whether it's your coffee guy, whether it's your milk bar guy, whether it's your whoever it is in your community, shout out to those guys. Feel free to shout out who they are. Our unsung heroes, Bruno Scalercio, aka the I don't know what they used to call them when they fix your shoes. Is that a cobbler?
Cobbler, yeah, it's cobbler.
Yeah. So he's Bruno. Let me set the scene, guys. This is a man who's 94 years of age. Up or down a bit, could be wrong. I'm going to be wrong on some of these facts, but I'm going to be close on most of these facts. So 94 years of age. Came to Australia young. Came to Australia as an immigrant, couldn't speak English. Got himself married, had himself 4 children. Just had a trade of fixing shoes. Went to was working with. He's told me the story. I think there were 2 Jewish brothers, or I think they were in Surrey Hills, Darlinghurst, fixing shoes. They taught him his trade. He then went on to take the head lease in Central Station and Wynyard Station on 2 little concrete boxes. The boxes were about 2 metres by 2 metres.
Wow.
And I remember the story he told me Bruno. The reason we're telling this is Bruno is just about to hang up his shoes, literally, in this business that he's been there for such a long time, and go and enjoy his family and his home for the rest of his golden years. But this story is a great story because it's what these guys do for us, to the community, the millions of customers they serve. Not only what they do in their craft, but emotionally for a community.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the interesting story, I mean, there's so many stories to tell, but I think, looking at someone that I think just never stopped working, never really gave up on the one thing that they really love to do, is unbelievably impressive.
Yep.
It's a great service. Now the shop that he ran, for example, here in DY, sorry to jump from one spot to the next, known as the flag shop. I think when everyone would drive by, you'd see flags outside. Walking into this shop, there was a little bit of everything going on. It was almost like your tucker bag shop. Like there's just, your bits and bobs, and of course,
I think it changed over the years.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it implemented different styles of goods being sold. But an impressive gentleman, I've got to say. And I think, being an agent that's responsible, for, amongst the team as well, being responsible to see him transition from what he does and seeing a whole other business entity come in and give it the same respect and the same love that he did, I think is why I really wanted to highlight this story today. You got to say, even at his age, it's not like he ultimately really wanted to let it go. He didn't really want to walk away from it. But it was a matter of just trying to find the right and suitable tenant that really made this all work. But not an easy task, got to say. Not an easy one.
No. 8:30 to, his hours that he came in, 94 years of age, he was coming in 6 days a week between 8:30 to 5:30. At that age, the mental strength, the physical strength, the ox, to be able to do that just gives you an idea of how consistent and powerful this man, Mr. Bruno Scalercio, is.
Now
some good stories.
Riddle me this though. Riddle me this. There was an occasion where your shoes were brought in to get polished, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil.
I'll show you my shoes.
Yeah, show us your shoes.
What he does is they'll be your shoe, right? He'll resurface that bit, and he'll re-put on a new heel, and he'll also, when he does them, normally this is worn off, but on that bottom bit he'll put a piece of steel, and on that top bit he'll put a piece. You can see where the steel was before I wore it off. He'll put a bit of steel. So he'll generally charge $40 to $50 for doing that. But I've got to say, it's worth it for me because you never really throw out a pair of shoes, and your shoes just get more and more comfortable as you wear them.
Yeah, that's it. And
so you can spend a fortune on your shoes because you're going to keep them forever.
Exactly. But you've left your shoes once. He's gone. Yep. He's gone to service them to the best of his ability, he does. Then
he's done that job.
He's done it. And then what happened? But did he try to sell your own shoes back to you?
Yep. I went back in a year later, and because I've always had shoes coming and going, and you'll leave them there and you'll sort of forget they're there, and you'll pick them up a couple of weeks, couple of months later. I went in a year later and he tried to sell me my shoes. I was like, how much do you want? And I'm like, you want to sell these shoes? And he goes, yeah. I go, how much do you want for them? Yeah, make me an offer. I said, Bruno, I think they're my shoes. And I'm looking at the shoes and I'm going, yeah, Bruno, they're mine. And he goes, oh, all right. I said, I think I left them here for you to service them and, put the heel on. He's like, oh, okay, $40, $50, whatever the cost was.
But this is a man as well, you've even told me, that would almost not eat or drink during the day, like monk styles, to not be away from the shop, because that's how much an incredible work ethic he had. It was like, once you're in, you're in. When you go, you go. and that's when you do your thing.
So picture this. He's in Central Station. There's tens of thousands of people walking in and out all day, every day. So when someone's just about to jump on a train, they don't normally give themselves a lot of time. They're normally bailing into the station, picking up their shoes and jumping in a train, or they're rushing, they're always rushing. So he had to be quick. And I remember him telling me that he often, because I was always perplexed that I never saw Bruno eating lunch, or because I often went down there once a fortnight, once a week, and had a coffee with him, or always offered him something he never ate. And he was telling me the story that he basically just trained himself not to eat or drink in particular times, because then he wouldn't have to close the shop up, because he couldn't close the shop up. So once that shop opened, I think it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and once it closed, I think it was 7 o'clock at night. He was standing there, physically whatever it is, 13 hours a day, didn't move from the place. From a box of 2 by 2 meters squared, this is a highly disciplined military style man, in my opinion.
I think that discipline
fixing people's shoes and handbags.
Handbags. I think your camping gear as well. There was a tremendous amount of stock that he would supply to the local community. I think his discipline is ultimately what's helped him literally keep working this long. Pretty impressive. But look, the idea today was to really highlight the one gentleman, and of course, to really stop for a moment, look around your local community and give your thanks to the people out there that are really, even during the harshest of, little for this gentleman to think that he was going to then be experiencing a pandemic, almost 3 years down the track, still working. I mean, not like just this gentleman here, but so many others still putting in the work, the time and effort to service the community to the best of their ability, I think is very, very commendable. I have, in fact, put the link to this community in the description box of this chat this morning. So I really want people to go and have a look at it. I think if you don't know where it is, you'll definitely never miss it again. But it's definitely gone through a little bit of a transformation now, which is going to be interesting to see. Yeah.
And I reckon, to your local heroes in your coffee shop, in your chicken shop, in your milk bar, in your dress store, to those guys that have been there for a very, very long time, that you regard as a piece of the furniture or fabric in the community, give them a hug, give them a kiss. I think people get money mixed up with why these people are servicing the community. And I look at someone like Bruno, and the sad thing is he's extremely wealthy. So it's sad, because I think people think that he's been serving the community like that because he's been chasing the dollars. And I know the guy, I think, pretty well by now after 25 years. And I've got to tell you, what's been driving this guy is his family and his passion for serving his family and his community. And a lot of these people in our community that are serving have that in common. And yes, they have a business, or even a wonderful business, but the driver behind these guys, give them a hug, give them a kiss, write them a card, and look after these guys in the community, because they are amazing people. And when they're not there, these communities fragment when they're not there. So give them a hug.
Yeah, got to give them some love. Show them some love. Yeah. All right, Mark. I said at the start, but I say again, I missed you.
I missed you. Thank you, buddy. And did you bring in our guest appearance? Our guest?
Kim Patterson.
I think you're going to go get her. You've literally got to force her.
Can you let me go get her?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm just going to put a bit of, before we go, guys, we're just got to introduce you to Kim's T-shirt that she's wearing today. So to give you an idea, I had to have a presentation put together for a client, a couple of presentations, And Kim has opted to come in at 7:30 or 7 o'clock on a Friday morning. Kim,
Saturday.
you don't like, what does it say? Sorry, I'm late. Nath, can you put that? Oh, it's going up. How are you doing that? Sorry, there you go. Sorry, I'm late. I didn't want. Sorry, I'm late. I did want to come in. Sorry, I'm late. I didn't want to come in, but you still came in, Kim, and you put this presentation together, and you are a beautiful lady, and thank you.
Okay, I better go and finish now.
Thank you very much.
That's okay.
Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
You look so fresh this morning, Kim.
Fresh. Oh,
For 7 o'clock.
Unreal for 7 o'clock in the morning, and she was full blown camera shy. So
yeah, and Nate, give this lady a hand. Like, how good is she?
100%. I couldn't do commercial without her. I'd be a train wreck.
Are you leaving me for 6 weeks?
I know. It's a heartache. We'll get there.
This is one of the most powerful women in real estate that you wouldn't have met, but you are going to meet, because her name is coming out more and more in our business and in our community, and she knows a lot.
She definitely does.
I'll sneak back.
She knows a lot.
Now.
Yeah. Thanks, Jimbo. See ya.
Back at it. Mark, pleasure this morning. Thanks so much. To everyone that joined, thank you.
Oh, look, we've got some comments.
Oh, we had comments?
We ignored comments.
Oh,
Kim is one of the most amazing people I know. I want that shirt. It is a good shirt.
It's a top shirt. I died when she walked in this morning. That was such a highlight.
What did it say again? Sorry, I'm late, but I didn't want to come in.
Sorry, I'm late. I didn't want to come in. That is tops.
Have a great day, dude. Everyone have a beautiful day, and give your people in your community that are looking after you a big pat on the back. Love ya. See ya. Bye.